Hello, everybody. It's Mrs. Pound, and I am back with the very last topic in Chapter 4.1 on water. So, what this means is we are done, and you have everything you need to start studying for the test. So, our last topic for Chapter 4.1 is eutrophication, found in Section 419. So our objectives for today's video are to explain the process of eutrophication, analyze the effects of eutrophication, and discover solutions related to eutrophication issues. So what is eutrophication? It is the process by which nitrate or phosphate compounds over-enrich a body of water and deplete it of oxygen. So it is this excess waste, and you can see in the background one of those sources is fertilizer in the runoff from water, in the runoff going into the water system. This can cause algal bloom. This is an explosive growth of algae caused by too many nutrients in the water. This can cause a dead zone, an area that has been depleted of oxygen by eutrophication, and that could kill fish and other wildlife and plants that are in the water system, whether it be a pond, a lake, a stream, whatever it is. So some causes of eutrophication. The introduction of fertilizers and sewage that are washed into the water system. So here we have fertilizer being spread on a field. If there's not enough buffer, it's very important for there to be a buffer of perhaps forest or grassy areas before the water goes into the stream to help that as well. And also an industrial plant that does not properly eliminate waste. This could be a pipe from an industrial plant and they do not treat their water perhaps. Or also, this looks a little cleaner than sewage, but when people just dump raw sewage right into the water system, this can also be what causes eutrophication as well if it has not been treated at a plant. So some results of eutrophication. The pollutants cause algae to reproduce at a dramatic rate. So if you've ever seen a pond, one of these green, scummy looking ponds, this is an area where there is algal bloom and eutrophication is taking place. The layer of algae covers the surface of the water, blocking sunlight from reaching aquatic plants, preventing photosynthesis. So yes, there is photosynthesis of the algae on the top, but other plants cannot perform photosynthesis. When the plants begin to die, the amount of dissolved oxygen is greatly reduced. The decay of the algae in the plants themselves and the other wildlife that is killed actually depletes the pond of oxygen. So some solutions. Limit the amount of fertilizer used. I also mentioned the buffer zones. And properly dispose of contaminated waste. So waste from a plant or sewage should go through a wastewater treatment plant like in the picture in the background here so that as many nutrients and contaminants as possible are removed from it. So here is what you need to do if you have been listening to this video to receive full credit. You need to draw a shamrock next to the results of eutrophication title in your notes. If you draw a shamrock next to results of eutrophication, that will give you full credit because I know that you watched the video. So our objectives for this video were to explain the process of eutrophication, analyze the effects of eutrophication, and discover solutions related to eutrophication issues. So don't forget your 5 questions, and that's it for this chapter. We will be moving on into oceans for our next chapter.